Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Oh, I got something nice for you today. Nice quick lesson, but it's the twofer. I got two lessons in one, so let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. I put the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. The numbers looking good. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life, and it is, through mental and spiritual discipline daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. So my job is to get here daily and give you the information to help you do just that. Know thyself. Your goal is to know thyself. Okay, let's go. If you're a right thinker, that's what you're here to do. Let's go. I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Thank you. Stay tuned. I got more for you. Oh yeah. A person who knows not and believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Mm-hmm. A person who knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Mayat, be true. Today, lessons, right thinkers, let's talk about, we back in the, still in the book of dead, okay? But we're breaking down the concept of the more mystical implications of the name. We used to naming things, we call it what it is, that's how you name it. Okay. So after that, I'm gonna take you down to the also the importance of the spiritual name. How you get a spiritual name? Stay tuned. I got you. Let's go. Now let's deal with the mystical implications of the name. Watch this. Now you consider the following. When you think of anything, you attach words to your thoughts. In fact, it is difficult to what? Think without thoughts. I mean, think without words, excuse me. So, therefore, words are the symbols that human mind uses to group thoughts in which constitute intellectual forms of understanding, aka communicating, talking. However, thoughts are conditioning instruments. What that means? This means that when you think, you are actually differentiating, meaning you make a decision in your mind. Differentiation. Okay. Now the differ, differentiations process what allows the mind to be what conscious. Hello, starting to think. Right. Of what you become conscious or aware of what differences in what in matter, everything that surrounds you. It labels these differences which with what? With different names based on the form or the function of the object, okay? Or even the relationship it has to do with. The mind, listen, learns to call objects by names. For example, a chair, I'm sitting in one, is a aggregate of matter, just as a rock, but however, again, what? Your mind has learned to call it a particular name and associate the name with the chair, with a particular kind of object which looks in a particular way and serves a particular function. That is different from the rock. Exactly. You won't sit on the rock, you sit in the chair. Okay, conceptually. One now, when the mind goes beyond words. What's that? It goes beyond thoughts and thereby experiences, you ready? Undifferentiated consciousness. That's the highest level. That's going back to the noon where it's potential undifferentiated matter. Watch this. So this is what a deeper implication of the opening of the mouth ceremony, which is when Osar was being embalmed. In order for him to be able to speak, they had to open the mouth. It's a ceremony. It's a ritual. Okay. Another lesson. Got that for you too. Okay, but this right now. It signifies what? It signifies opening what? The consciousness and your memory of the what? Undifferentiated, differentiated state of existence back to where you come from. And at a lower state, watch this, at your lower state of spiritual evolution, which all right things are when you first come in, watch this, consciousness appears to be differentiated, even though what? The underlying essence is undifferentiated, meaning you think you know you, but you really don't. Watch this. However, when a when intuitional meaning it's already in you. You didn't learn it, you didn't read it, it's already into it. You know it innately. Okay, that's the power that Aset uses to give you your understanding and wisdom. But watch this: when intuitional realization or spiritual enlightenment dawns in your human mind. Remember, human mind, heart, mind. When you dawn on your human mind, what happened? Words are what? You ready? No longer viewed as differentiation instruments, but merely as practical now instruments for what? The spirit to operate and to interact with the world through a human personality. Depending on that. Meaning you learn to acquiesce, do what you gotta do, and function in this world. That's the name of the game. What's this? So this is the difference between a human being, this mind, who is spiritually enlightened, us right thinkers, and one who is, watch this, caught in the state, you ready, of ignorance and my favorite, egoism. Females, don't think that it's the ego is the male thing. It's a personality thing. If you all about you, you're egoistical. Male or female don't make a difference. Okay, understand that. So, well, men got ego. Women do too. The vocal capacity, watch this, in human beings is innately related to what? To the conscious level of the mind. You're able to express yourself as you grow and learn and understand how to communicate. That's what you need to be able to do. And watch this. And this is why those who do not practice what? Introspection. What's introspection? Checking yourself, looking at you, looking not what everybody else is doing or not doing, looking at you and what you're doing and not doing. Check yourself first. That's introspection. And what's self-control? Again, often when you have no self-control, watch this. You have no introspection. You ain't got no wherewithal about your coof, your understanding. You will blurt out things, watch this, that you don't wish to say. Right there. It annoys me. Before you open that trap chute and your pie hole and send stuff out, think before you open that pie hole and release whatever you want to come out. Because sometimes what you come out ain't good and you got to be responsible for that. So you got to apologize. And, oh, I regret saying that. I didn't mean that. Self-control, focus, you'll get past that. Self-reflection and looking at yourself and being a better you will stop you from doing that nonsense. Okay, watch this. And what happened? You say things that you wish you hadn't said and you later regret it. We've all been there. Get better at it. For this, watch this. Now, for this reason, the teachings enjoin what? That a spiritual aspirant, you should, listen, practice self-discipline, aka spiritual disciplines of what? Of righteousness and virtue, which leads to what? Self-control. becomes, you ready? Makaru, another one of my favorites. Speaking the highest truth from the heart. If your head is up here, your heart is down here, and your highest truth is in here, what that's telling you, come on now, man, come on, somebody. You got to keep up and start realizing what I'm trying to get across to you. Stuff that you can understand on another level. Why? That's where you need to be. Raise your conscious level. Become more in tune with yourself. Know thyself is the goal for right thinkers. And when one speech becomes truth, what happens? One's consciousness is also truth. A lot of people can perpetrate. But if you are transparent and honest, they should go together. I tell you, right, thinkers, if what they say don't match what they do, don't trust them. They should match. That's why. Trust me. It works for anybody. Don't get caught up in their title. Don't get caught up in their position or station in life. Don't means nothing. See what they do. As far as what they say. If what they say don't match what they do, you already know. Let's go. Got it from me? Use it. I do all the time. And when one's consciousness is of truth, here you go. It is in harmony. There you go. With what? With the transcendental truth of the whole universe, which is symbolized by what? The ancient Egyptian goddess. You ready? Maya. Yes. Now, thus you become true of speech is a primary goal for what? Every right thinker. To be honest, to be able to speak the truth, you have to learn, know, and live the truth to speak it. Okay? Now, it is synonymous with what? With coming into, you ready? Harmony. First of all, harmony means two things working together. This and this. That's the harmony that you want. And that'll make you true of speech. Why? You're thinking before you talk. You're speaking from the heart. You're honest and you're sincere. That's makaru. That's what I do for you. Where we at? Now, with coming into harmony is synonymous with coming into harmony, which is what? Which is with the universe, and thus refers to what? You're becoming spiritually enlightened for yourself. Every individual, that's your inalienable right to know thyself. How about that? We all created equal with the same opportunities, yeah, but things change. Understand that, but that's the name of the game for everybody. To wrap this up right quick. Now, the symbol of the water recalls what? The image of the primordial ocean of what? Consciousness. He's all conscious. There's no mistakes. There's no nope. Everything has already been calculated. Trust me. If you understand that, then you'll just start to live along the rights of virtue and righteousness, and you'll be fine. Okay, that's the tightrope. A lot of people want that want the net. Nah, no nets. Right thinker, you tightrope doing the right thing, you fall, you fail. Moving on. Last one. So thus, when your ocean of consciousness is intact, thus Ren represents your name. The Kot is the body. The Ren is the name. Those are two things that's going to happen. Watch this. So the Ren relates to consciousness, manifesting through what? Names, words, and sounds themselves. That's the vibration. Okay. Energy, frequency, vibration. Make stuff happen. Now, that's that lesson. I got another one for you. Hope you enjoyed that one. But now to talk about the importance of your spiritual name. Okay? Well, I need a spiritual name. I'm going to tell you why. Hope you enjoy this one. This is a good lesson. In case you don't know why you should have a spiritual name. My name is Alsar P. Funk. Hint, hint, tidbit. Okay, let's go. Right here, let me show you a picture. Now, this is Nefertiti, the queen. Look at her headgear. Okay, she's in the temple. You see the hands? That's called a dua. She's paying respect to God. Okay, when you see they doing that, they're paying respect. It's called a dua. In the Mason, we call it the sign of astonishment. We ain't going there. I ain't got time for that right now. But that's another lesson. All right, get to the lesson. That was just figure 15. It says Queen Nefertiti has initiated Asar. So her name is Asar Nefertari. Okay, get the concept? Let's go. Let me break it down for you right quick. I've got about a page and a half of this information, so let me rip through it. The hieroglyphic inscription reads Asar Nefertari, the great queen, beloved of goddess Mu, and Makaru, spiritually virtuous, is in the presence of what? Asar, the great god. Remember, Asar is the first, he's our Adam. He's the first human being with the spirit inside him. So he's our God in the flesh. When he got killed in the flesh, he went into the underworld. He resides there and he welcomes all those who come to him if you pass the scales of my yard. So he's the God that we go to, and we are his children. Men, we are the widow's son. Haru is the widow's son. Our mother Isis, Aset, okay, the ultimate intellect when it comes to wisdom and knowledge. So this all people that we created. They're not people, they're aspects of your personality. I got a lesson for you coming up with that, because obviously some people think that they was real people. If I'm not gonna let the biblical tell me those people literally, I'm not gonna let you tell me my Egyptian gods was real. I know better than that. Some people don't. I do. Moving on. Let's go. I'm sorry about that. But it's a little personal. You can talk about the Anunnakis. You can talk about Christianity. You can talk about any other group you want. But if you come into Egypt, you better be talking right. I'm the gatekeeper when it comes to this knowledge at this point in time. So I'm not going to let you come and say the wrong things and put out misinformation. Sorry about that. Yeah. Now, in ancient Egyptian, Assyrian mythology, okay, all initiates was given a spiritual name, which is what? Asar. Your first name is Asar. Regardless of what your sex, were you male or female, didn't make a difference. This is your spiritual name. Thus, in what? The papyrus of Ani, when it shows you at the scales of Maya, that's the picture, that's the reflection of Ani and his wife coming into judgment, and she's accompanying him, but he's going to be judged by himself. Okay, and he passed, and you'll see through the scenes things change. 1 minute his hair is black. When he gets past the scale, his hair become white. There's been a change. They know the transformation. They knew it better than anybody else. We originated. We were the originators of the concept. So moving on. That's this. Now the spiritual name. Let's talk about it. Now you got Ani, who was a man, was renamed Asar Ani again. So likewise, Nefertari, who was a woman, also received her spiritual name Asar Nefertari. Thus, in the same manner, on the other papyrus of the Per-Em Haru, prepared for other initiates. It didn't make a difference if you was male or female. Masonic order, we don't take women. Eastern Stars don't take men. But if you're the worshipful master of your lodge, you become the patriot saint. I held that position too for a few years. So yeah, there had to be a man in the mix with the women, but the man can socialize without no woman. Did you know that? Okay, egoistic, another concept. Moving on. But watch this. If you were not prepared for the man or woman, thus in the same manner of the papyrus of the Per-Em Haru prepared for either initiates. Were they not prepared for the man or the woman? They prepared for either one. But for your spiritual aspirant, while Asar is usually seen as a male divinity, watch this, his higher attributes include those which relate him as an androgynous transcendental spirit. I keep telling you, the spirit is either neither male or female, is spirit. The body dictates what you are in the flesh, male or female. That's why I tell you the body ain't going nowhere. It's there right here. And if you think somebody up there sitting at the right hand of God with holes in his hand in the flesh, you are highly mistaken. I'm moving on. The spirit operates in the next realm. The physical realm is right here on earth. That's it. Moving on. Hope you get the concept. So the term, what? Ren. Ren relates to what? The aspect of your personality of a human being, therefore refers to the ego name. Mark. That's the name I was given. And my ego identifies with that name. So that's what the ego thinks it is. Moving on. And watch this. That refers to your ego name and not your higher self, aka your real name. So every human being Every human being, one more time, every human being has a divine name and an ego name. The name that you identify with, the name that you get if you cross over to the next realm, you become a Saw. Simple as that. And they make it real plain. So I'm reading it to you just like they got it. I'm not adding and doing nothing. I'm just reading it so you get the concept of what they felt, how they thought about when you crossed over, you become spiritual. You have a spiritual name. What a deeper implication of this is what? This is a very important what? Mystical teaching. Why? It's relating to the deeper self within Ani and in Ani, which is who really Asar, the divine self. Becoming one with Asar means you going back to whence you came. He's the spirit that's in all of us. He's the originator. You're going to go back to him. Your spirit is on loan. How about that? So that is, what's this? His true identity. Our true identity is divine. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. The spirit is divine. So we all are divine, not just one. Moving on. I ain't going there. That is what? His true identity, and is not the birth name. Your true name is not the name you given to at birth, but the divinity which transcends mortal existence. In modern times, your name is John. John would be Asar John. Cynthia. Cynthia would be Asar Cynthia, etc. You see where I'm going with that? Okay. I want to make that clear. Now we're moving on. It is an affirmation. Excuse me. It's an affirmation. It's the affirmation of what? Where we at here? All right. Of acceptance of what? One's divine, true, essential nature. Not only is it an expression of God, but as God, in fact, you are. Sorry. Thus, the entire journey of self-discovery, which is why you come into the human form and from spiritual beings, we come here to have a human experience for what? A journey to what? Self-discover what? Thyself. And involved around it, it revolves around what? You're discovering that fact that the deeper reality within you is who? God. I'm gonna say it again. The deeper reality that's within you is God. You need to know that while you're in the flesh. Christ did. He was anointed with knowledge. So you want to be like Christ? Know thyself. Be like me. You want to be like Christ? Be like yourself. Be you. Just know you. Okay? Watch this. Now, this does not contradict other religions. Again, I don't care what your religion is. Could care less. We're doing spiritual work. You're going to do with your religion. So understand that. You don't have to stop being a Christian, Muslim, or Jew to be a right thinker. Trust me. Watch this. It don't contradict other religions. Why? You have Buddhism, which is the deeper reality of Buddhists, and is looking for what? A Buddha consciousness. Meaning what? You want to become enlightened. You want to know yourself. Same thing. Okay, same format. Here you go, another one. Thus, ancient Egyptian terms as related to what? The book of coming forth by day, you have the deeper reality to be sought out as who? Asar. Same thing, God. So as you live your life, every individual have to live their life, see your existence what? As a psycho-spiritual journey of what? Self-discovery. It didn't say fortune and fame. It didn't say to be the GOAT of all time. It says self-discovery. That's winning. That's being successful. All this other stuff is window dresser, illusionary, fanfare, fodder, whatever you want to call it. But that's what you caught up in. Get over that. See things what it is and move on and enjoy your life. Or if not, come on back here and keep doing the same thing. It don't care. It don't care. The cycle don't care. Cycle just cycles. If you don't get it, it don't care. Moving on. So feel what? That you have come from divine source. We don't know that. We think we're human beings. Okay. Remember, you come from divine source, and that as you practice the teachings of right thinking philosophy, what happens? You are now joined even closer to what? Yourself discovering that source from which you really are. Knowing thyself. You can't get around it. So watch this. See your entire life, what? As a ritual. You living a ritual. Watch this. You living in a dream. I keep telling you, just did the lesson, but watch this. Now, when you wake up in the morning, reflect on the majesty of what? The divine, that thing in the sky, the sun. Just as Ani does his prayer, me, I'm a pastor, every morning we do the same thing. When you eat, see this as an offering to who? Your divine self. Where? Within you. Food, feed the gods. Eat the food of the gods. That means learn the aspect of your character, which is God and goddesses. Eat them, feed yourself, and become your best self. So know thyself. Let me wrap it up. So there are essentially three important elements being imparted in the Per Im Haru. And the first is the message that what? That righteous leads to spiritual realization. If you are a good person, you're on the right road. The second is that process of what? Purification, aka offering a selfless service. You're a right thinker, you want to do the right thing because that's the right thing to do. And you'll be rewarded for that. Watch this. The second being the process of purification is what? Acting with righteousness. Okay? The third message that it sends in the book of Coming Forth by Day is the text in the wisdom about what? The divine. You need to know, understand God, and be what? Devoted to Him. Show Him devotional worship. Show Him the utmost respect and worship, and you'll be fine. And watch this. And by learning about the nature of the divine, aka your higher self, and acting, feeling, and thinking as what? As the divine, eat, sleep, and drink. We'll participate in something and love that, but we won't participate in God and love that. Get to your higher self, trust me. And it is finally possible what? To become, when you live right, you follow my right thinking philosophy, and you do the things that I'm showing you to do, practice my yacht, what it is finally possible. If you do these things, what? You to become one with the divine. My whole goal is to get you to know that you and God are one. That's knowing thyself. That's going to wrap it up for you. So your spiritual name is an essential and powerful force. Why? It's linking you to initiate to that spiritual source, as well as a constant reminder of the what? True glory of the higher self, aka Haru. That's me and you. It's the spirit knowing itself to be who it is. Okay, so knowing thyself. I'm gonna get into the mystical, cosmic implications and the elements of the personality, but right now I'm gonna end this lesson right here. And important right thinkers, may you always be 100 and be 100 minus a day. So I never know that right things like you have passed away. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.